Test 1, 2, 3.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Thursday afternoon, our last presentation of the show. And as we all know, we like to save the best for last. And we're happy you're joining us. Andy Hudson, Director of Marketing. And I have the privilege of welcoming two of my good friends. But before I do so, just some quick reminders. If you haven't joined us yet, use the chat if you have any questions. Please keep yourselves on mute and your cameras off during the presentation. You can open them up at the end and to ask any questions, but use that chat to ask any questions or say hello or make any comments or give us compliments if you want to or something like that. With that, I'm going to welcome my good friend Tom S., because I don't want to mess up his last name, and he's going to introduce our special guest. So Tom, how you doing?
Excellent, Andy. Thanks so much for having me. And I think we've established that you can say it correctly in either iteration. So don't hold back next time. Very happy to be here today. Like Andy said, it's our last presentation of the PPAI Direct to You show. But we are definitely saving one of our best for last, and happy to introduce to everybody one of our brand partners out of Evansville, Indiana, from Escalade Sports, Gloria French. Gloria, welcome.
Thank you guys. Good afternoon, and thank everybody who has joined us this afternoon. I can't see who everybody is, but happy to have you. Thanks for taking the time to be here and learn about some new things at Escalade, and want to take a minute to thank the Incentive Concepts team for pulling off what I think was a pretty monumental task in putting this together. So thank you guys.
Well, it's our pleasure, Gloria. And while you're getting ready to share your screen there, you can go ahead and do that.
Okay.
No pressure. But while you're getting ready to share it, I'm going to tell people we are having a drawing today for an amazing gift courtesy of Escalade Sports. So stay tuned for what that's going to be. And you have to stay on for the presentation and learn how to enter that. So Gloria, as you continue to share your screen here, just make sure to click that share button on the bottom.
Am I there?
No, not quite yet, but I know you can do it. I have confidence in you. Tom, we were talking earlier about how one of the things I miss at the PPI Expo is the food court. I'm joking. Well, actually, the omelets.
Well, I know you will.
Okay. How we doing? How we doing, Gloria? Click share screen and Zoom.
Yeah, I'm there, buddy, and the F5's not working.
Okay, well, maybe
I have the presentation ready if you'd like me to open it. I can share my screen.
Sure, let's do that, Tom.
Yeah, yeah.
If that's okay, Tom, we're going to do that, and there we go. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Tom. So, Gloria, you can talk. Tom can drive, and
okay.
We're in great shape here. So, go ahead, Gloria.
Okay, awesome. Again, thank you guys. For those of you who aren't familiar with Escalade, our corporate headquarters are located in Evansville, Indiana. We're a manufacturer of indoor and outdoor sports and recreation products. Just going to read you kind of what our core value is as a team, which is we're a distinctive, innovative company that is valued by its employees, shareholders, and customers. And we are acknowledged for our outstanding product value and customer service. And it's going to become pretty evident, some of the new products that we have to show you this afternoon, what we mean by offering outstanding product at a value. We're ready, Tom.
I know you are. It won't let me advance the slide. Hold on one second. I apologize.
Hey, that's okay. The three of us will be able to figure this out. I have a copy too, if need be, Tom.
I don't want to have to do that every time, but sorry, I apologize.
That's all right.
Do you want me to try again?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead, Gloria, please. Sorry, folks, for our technical difficulties. While Gloria is working on that, I will just talk a little bit about how during this work from home period, much like many of the other home items that we've discussed have increased in popularity. We've definitely seen an increase in some of our products from Escalade Sports. While people are home with their families, they're looking for other things to do other than just stream shows on Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever your streaming services may be. So we've seen increased popularity in items like darting and backyard tailgate games and parlor games like shuffleboard and indoor basketball shootouts. So those are the things that Gloria is going to talk to us about today when we can get our screen shared with you folks.
Go figure.
I've got a copy right here, so we're going to go ahead and use mine, and we should be good to go. All right, Tom, give me a verbal that it's on there.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go, Gloria, rock and roll.
All right, let me move my.
We're looking at some shuffleboard table here on the left.
Yep. Okay. All right. Sorry for the disruption, folks.
No problem.
Okay. So as stated earlier, this is a family of tables that is new for us this year under the American Legend brand. So you can see it's got kind of that rustic farmhouse modern look to it. And within the family, there is a 9-foot shuffleboard table. Some of the cool features about that table that are different are that there's a light up, the surround lights up, as well as you also get a second game of bowling in addition to the shuffleboard. Then you have an 84-inch air hockey table, and a 84-inch billiard table. Along then far to the right is a foosball table. So again, all in a family of products that kind of goes along with the modern trends in furniture that we're seeing, the modern farmhouse look. Good to roll. Okay, so also under the American Legend, we've got the Brookdale table, and you can see this again has that modern farmhouse look. We've got the billiard table along with the shuffleboard table. This is in a rustic wood. You can see the iron accents on these tables. So again, trying to do a refresh on the indoor game tables because they are now becoming so much of the room. It's not just a game table now, it's part of the furniture. Under the Atomic brand, these are a couple of new tables for us that are doing extremely well. And let me back up. Our indoor game tables, obviously because of the pandemic, just exploded this year. So it's that cocooning, the families wanting to spend time at home, trying to find a game that the whole family can participate in. Sorry, Andy, didn't mean for you to go back, but okay, so here are a couple of other additional new products. We've got 2 3-in-1 tables. So the one you see on the left is the Hampton, and these retail for around $14.99. Again, stylish designs What's cool about these is they have multi-function. So on the left, the north port, it's a billiard table, has a conversion top so that you can play regulation table tennis table. And as you can see on the bottom, it has a top that you can put on top of the billiard table, and then it becomes a dining table. Comes with all of the accessories, basic accessories needed to play each of the games. And then the benches have storage for the game pieces and whatever else you might want to store in those benches. On the right, you'll see the north port, which is the same concept. It's a 3-in-1. However, this one is an air hockey, full-size air hockey table, again, with the optional or the additional table tennis and then the dining top. And the benches also have the storage as well. So a lot of bang for the buck in a very small, that takes up a very small area.
Gloria, I'm going to go back to those real quick. Those are just fantastic, handsome pieces for a game room or even your dining room, it looks like.
Well, and that honestly, that's really why they were developed, because not everyone has a game room, not everyone has a basement, but everyone generally has an area to dine in. So this now functions as a dining table, but then you get the benefit of the additional games as well.
I think my teenagers and I would end up playing more games than eating at dinner.
I think I need to play more games. All right, so hey, this you guys is this is kind of the granddaddy in air hockey tables. This is really the look, the aesthetic of this table, the functions of this table. You know, this, you're getting into what you're going to see in arcade with the blue lights. They're, you know, light up the legs, light up the table. There's controls for scoring and crowd signs. The LED lights that are on the inside of the rail of the table, those kind of are chasing lights. So when someone scores, those will light up. The pucks light up, the pushers light up. So this is, you can see the picture on the bottom right there, just how cool this would look in a game room. All right, so next we have, you know, we understand that everybody doesn't have space. Everybody is always looking for games that they could travel with, games that they may tailgate with. So on the left there, you'll see a portable pop-up air hockey table. Guys, this thing is so strong, so sturdy, so easy to set up. Basically, when it comes to you, and this kind of will go for all three tables that you see on this page. The tabletop is fully assembled. The bottom pops out just like you do the pop-up tents and the chairs. It folds out accordion style. Very small storage for carrying, but then literally it takes, you know, 30 seconds to pop it apart and set the top up. So the air hockey table, that is a real air hockey table. So you would need an electrical outlet to plug it in if you wanted it blowing air. You don't have to have it blowing air. Then on the right, you'll see the portable billiard table, which you see it pictured there by a swimming pool. So kind of cool to be playing pool by the pool. And then in the bottom right, you'll see the pop-up table tennis table.
Excellent. And I'm going to bring Tom back in here. Tom, you live in a small apartment in New York City. Could you see one of these coming in handy based on some of your neighbors that have kids maybe, or?
Absolutely, Andy. Obviously, like you mentioned, space is always limited. So living in an apartment in the city, you have to make decisions as far as what you're going to actually bring in and what you have space to store. So something like these pop-up tables would definitely work. And the tables we looked at prior where they can convert into an actual dining room table. That would be my only way of having a pool table in my apartment. So I'll hit you up for one of those after our call, Gloria.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's keep going, Gloria. Looking good.
Okay. All right, and next up we have our Prodigy dartboard system. So this is kind of the aspirational piece for a dartboard player or a dart player, or even the guy who has every new gadget in his basement and just wants to be cool. So this thing lights up around it's full LED lighting, so it lights up the board, so there are no shadows or dead spots, so you got full clear vision. You can see you can hook it up to a laptop, you can hook it up to your television. It's got dedicated software, so you can be playing against other players that aren't even in your game. So this is kind of the granddaddy of dartboards here. And this is new for us, was introduced, I don't know, late fall of last year. And it's done, even at a $9.99 retail, it's done very well for us.
Do you have to wear a leather jacket like this guy to play it, Gloria? Or
is that Tom?
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, that's a fantastic looking system there for sure. Let's keep going. You're looking great, doing great.
Okay. All right. So back to the limited space. You know, a full size table tennis is full size table tennis is 5 feet wide by 9 feet long. Not everyone has the space for that. So we've come up with a solution to that in a space saver table that's still very durable. So this could easily be put indoors in spaces that would not have space for a full-size table tennis table. You can see by the chassis there, this is fully assembled. When it comes to you, all you have to do is fold down the legs. You can play table tennis just like it says on the slide, perfect for apartments and other small tight spaces. And believe it or not, table tennis is still a core business of ours. I mean, it is still a very popular sport. All right, I feel like I'm running through this. Okay, so next up is we come to our Triumph. Under Triumph, we're introducing a full line of patriotic outdoor games, and I think sometimes timing is everything. I think 2021 is probably the time that this type of product is going to be very popular. You can see there's on the left side, there's a 2x3 bag toss, which is the most popular size of bag toss games. Regulation is 2x4, but most people that are playing residentially or at home, not competitive, prefer the 2x3 just because of the size. And then we'll just go across the top of the slide. This is a game called Disc Flyers. It's similar to other games on the market. You know, the object is to get the frisbee in the can there. So again, decorated out in the patriotic colors. Next to that, you'll see the Triumph volleyball set, which is new for us this year. Again, patriotic all through this theme of products. To the far right, that's again patriotic. This board is a 2x3 as well, but it does have LED lighting around the hole. And this is some pretty cool technology that we have a patent pending on for that LED lighting. So again, I expect that this patriotic product is going to take off very well this year. The bottom left of the screen, you see horseshoes, which come in a nice heavy duty carrying case. And again, decorated with the patriotic theme. The next product, which is always one of my favorites, this is giant Jenga, or our version of it is Tumble Tower. And I think it looks really, and in person, this is really neat with the patriotic theme. I expect that will be a pretty popular product. We play this quite a bit at gatherings that I go to with my friends. So this is something that, you know, anybody probably from 5 years old to 80 years old can play. And I'm not saying I'm 80, I'm somewhere in between there. So the next product, and I was so happy to see this, our portable badminton set has been one of our staple products in the Zoom product line for quite some time. Really neat. It's a pop-up badminton set, just like you see it. Everything folds down into that case. So extremely portable, and again, decked out with the USA theme. And to the far right there, you'll see our birdie set. Again, this is something that's very popular on the beach, again, with the patriotic theme. Gotcha, Marty. We'll make sure you get a picture of the slide.
Yeah, I was just going to say Marty wants those patriotic games. So I'm going to read his mind here for a second, or maybe Tom can, is how great this might be for some sort of like continuity program, Tom, or?
Absolutely. I can definitely see how this would play for a continuity program at a casino, which is where we're typically getting those programs from, where the recipients they try to get the recipients to come back from week to week to grab another prize. Obviously, everything with the same patriotic theme here across this product line lends itself very well to those types of programs for sure. And Triumph does have a line of regular items that aren't patriotic themed, and we do have the ability to offer some decoration on some of those products as well.
And earlier today, when Austin was doing the Mr. Barbecue presentation, he showed a patriotic fire pit. So another thing that you could kind of go do, multiple brands to hit even different price points, but still stay with the same patriotic theme.
Sure. And that's just kind of a smattering. There are other products available, but I only had so much space on the slide and so much time. So there are, price points starting at $19.99 in that patriotic theme. So then our next slide is our Escalade Sports tailgate slide. So this really gets into the decorated part, and this again is just a small sampling of the products that are available, but we have one of only two of this type of printer in our facility. So we're set up to really be able to run custom jobs very, very quickly. So on the bottom left, you'll see the double shootout, which is very popular for in-store display, dealer loaders, at this time of year. There is a sister to that, which is a single shot, which is just a single instead of a double basket. Then the circle in the middle there, that's our ring toss. I know a lot of people know this, that they see it in the bars, but it's pretty neat home game, and it's a real attractive price point. And the beauty of that is, we can do anything with that. We can, put a full 4-color photograph on it. So again, and that holds through for this entire product line. Then if you move to the right, that is our 2x4 premium bag toss set. So that is the official size. It is very well constructed. It's heavy, it's a beast, but again, we can logo that thing up. We can make it look however you want it to look. The options are endless there. And if you go to the middle of the screen, if you go to the middle of the screen, we have our giant size lawn dice. And again, we can logo those on one side of each die that generally takes the place of the number 1. And then to the right there, you'll see our tabletop bag toss game, our tabletop version of bag toss. What's cool about this is, we can completely customize this thing. You can see we can logo down the sides. That goes for both sides. Anything on the front there. All right, then we move into Zoom. Zoom says Onyx Pickleball. So Escalade forayed into this business a couple of years ago because this is the fastest growing team sport in the country right now. I watch what's going on around my little bitty community, and it's amazing to me because the pickleball players play at the same place the tennis players do. And they're starting to demand more court time than the tennis players do. And it's not just older people, it is young people who are starting out in this sport before they start tennis. Did you have a comment, Tom?
Yeah, I happen to notice a lot of people when the weather is a little warmer. When I'm down at the Rockaway Boardwalk, there's people all throughout the area playing pickleball in the courts there. They take over the handball courts, it seems.
For sure.
Some of the tennis courts.
Absolutely. I know there's some fellow St. Louisans on here, and if you've ever been by DePere Park, which is a little bit north of my house, I know Joe Reinberg, who's on, will know where that's at. they put in about, I don't know, 6 or 8 different pickleball courts just in the past year or so. But since we're on this slide, our giveaway is an Onyx pickleball set today. So go to incentiveconcepts.com/game time, all one word, game time. So incentiveconcepts.com/game time, and enter for an Onyx pickleball set, which includes a couple of paddles and a 6-pack of pickleballs. So you can get your game started. All right, Gloria, let's keep going.
Okay, so, and you can see, I just wanted to point this, oops, no, let's back up. And we're not going to use that next slide, Andy. The next one we're not going to do, okay?
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. You didn't know that. Okay, so Onyx Pickleball, again, it's the fastest growing sport. Now, the lady you see there, she was a top collegiate player who's one of our sponsored players. So it's a sport much like tennis. We probably have 20 sponsored players under us, which basically means we help them with some tournament entry fees and help them with some apparel. So some of the products I want to highlight on here are the regulation net, which I don't know if that's part of the giveaway or not. Sorry if it's not. Anyway, what's kind of cool about this is you get a regulation size pickleball net, but what you also get is a smaller net that you can actually set up in your driveway, obviously, because the width of the regulation would be too big for most driveways. But the smaller net gives you the option of setting it up in your driveway and being able to practice a little bit before you actually head out to the real courts. And to the side there, you'll see what our most popular pickleball rackets are. And these are a graphite racket. It's our Z5. This has been our proven seller since the day we entered the market. There's a lot of research that goes into the pickleball side of the business. I mean, constantly testing equipment with players and tweaking equipment to their likes and feels, which it's no different than any other professional sport. What people see these people using is what they want to use because they want to be loosey.
All right, I'm going to go ahead 2 slides now, and just a quick note that we've got about 4 minutes left, Gloria, and we want to be cognizant of people's time.
Yeah. No, and this will be quick. So in late fall of 2020, Escalade acquired American Heritage Billiards. So what this does for us is it gets us into the real furniture billiard table business, along with bars, wine servers, wine cabinets, bar stools. We're going to hit retails all the way up to $10,000 and everywhere in between. So this, like I said, this is a relatively new acquisition for us. So we're still sorting through what the product line is going to look like. But I'm in that process right now. So we'll start, should start seeing some of this stuff become available. I would say roughly in 3 to 4 weeks.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. That was fantastic. Tom, you've been watching. Have anything to add there besides how beautiful that last slide was with that American Heritage?
That's exactly what I was going to say. All the new table games are just beautiful. And as Gloria pointed out, they can be furniture pieces just as much as they can be games to entertain. So really excited about those new products when they launch, especially those higher price points. We've definitely seen some programs with increased budgets since people aren't spending money on travel and things like that and other incentives. So happy to see that added to our line, and we'll be sure to share that with our customers once the information is available.
Absolutely.
I hope I'm okay to say this. I would tell you the volume of orders that I saw from Incentive Concepts fourth quarter of this year on the game table, which are typically the higher price point redemptions, it was incredible. I mean, so that will tell you, just to your point, Tom, what people, no pun intended here, what people are spending or using their points for. Something for
absolutely.
the house.
Yeah, for sure. Just spending more time at home. And that's the theme across all of our brands right now, is we're seeing a lot of those redemptions for for the products that are keeping people entertained or comfortable at home. So fantastic. Well, Gloria, this has been great. There aren't any comments. There is a comment in the YouTube that says Onyx Z5 is the best pickleball racket. That's Leslie Theophanis. Maybe that's Dean tuning in on there, or maybe that's a relative of Dean, but that's fantastic. Good. And Dave Kedzie asked, when will American Heritage be loaded in RepLink? Do you have an ETA on that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Probably in the next 3 to 4 weeks. I just got to look at what the line's going to look like. So, want to make sure we keep it. We don't want to load everything either. We want to load what makes sense. So I'm working through that process right now.
Okay, Dave. So 3 to 4 weeks. So stay tuned for that. He says, thanks. All right, Tom, any closing thoughts before we end?
No, I do not. I just want to thank you, Gloria, again for being with us today. And if anybody out there has any questions, contact your Incentive Concept sales rep and we'll get you all the information that you need.
All right. Well, Gloria, thanks a lot. Incentiveconcepts.com/game time for that entry. The entry form will remain open till the top of the hour, which is 4 p.m. Central. And then incentiveconcepts.com/PPAI if you want to come over. We're there till 5 o'clock today, Central. And we'll be in there. And Gloria is going to be hanging around a little bit longer with us, I think. So, Gloria, awesome job as usual. Great to see you. And
thank you. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We tried. We had it.
No, it's all right. Hey, we roll with things. So thanks a lot, Gloria. Thanks, Tom. Everybody have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Gloria.
Thank
Take
you,
care,
guys.
everybody.